Alright, thank you. Oh, you watch my efforts. I'm running out of ideas, I'm getting a bit fed up with it, but maybe when sun shines I'll get into the mood again. Yeah. I wonder what new configuration they're going to decide upon with the new flower beds and benches for people to sit out on in the summer sunshine. People keep asking, have I been to any pubs? I don't mean online. People are going pub. People at work going pub. I said no, I'm not really interested. I've not missed any pubs. In fact, because I live alone, this lockdown has had very little impact on my life whatsoever. I know I went on the 3 pub crawls with my mate from work last year, and I can't say I really enjoyed them. It was just something to do as a break from work. Yeah, sorry to sound miserable, but if there's something interesting, that's why I do enjoy Clitheroe. What's going on here? Oh, the traffic lights. Yeah, I do enjoy them days out round Clitheroe because we went on the market plus the historical pubs. Yes, I left the chalk out. So that's what I said before, if there's something to actually do on a day out and see, it's same as my opinion on days out on my bike. Going to a seaside resort and a bike meet, fair enough. But someone was saying about these long countryside rides, I said no, sorry. I'm absolutely shattered. I shouldn't really be out on my bike. Well, I have had a reasonable night's sleep, but I was going to have a day of rest today, and then I realised I've not got the oil filter because I intended on doing the oil change and oil filter fitment tomorrow if it's not pouring down. We've had a good stretch of reasonable weather, haven't we, although it's been cold. So I'm just wondering which bike shop to go to get an oil filter. I've not been to Dixon's for a while, so I'll see if that's open and back to normal first. On my way to work with my commuting helmet last week, there was someone that apparently watched my video, so I'll include a little clip. I was coming up here, shifting a bit, and he zapped past me on, I think it was a Bandit 1250 or something. And he said, "I'll watch out for that on YouTube." So I might include it. No, I've not done a Shuttleworth. Oh, a Shuttleworthy. I watched a few videos, but no, it doesn't even mention motorbikes. I thought I was adopting the persona of a northerner. Well, I am a northerner, aren't I? And doing a few funny things about northern things, like he does. Like cobbled streets and old mills. And railways, although I do a fair bit about railways anyway. That's where I like to go. A proper loop round that museum again. Go on the actual train at the Keighley and Ware Valley Railway. Have a look in the gift shop at Haworth, because I kept sending her messages. I said, all this lockdown, but is your gift shop open at Haworth? I went past, but I've never been in, you know, when I was going a couple of years ago. And you just ignore me totally. I'm in the wrong lane, aren't I, for going to Accrington. When I suddenly switch lanes, see, instead of suddenly switching lanes like a lot of people do, causing people to moan and toot the horns, I just carry on. And then do a detour among the back streets. Same as in junctions, there's always accidents, isn't there, or near misses at junctions, entering and leaving motorways, etc. You're in the wrong lane. So I just carry on and come off at the next exit. Don't cause ruptions and arguments where it's not necessary. Have I ever had road rage? I don't think I have. Try to not let things bother me like that. No, I cobbles, and you see that? Oh, cobbles. Cobbles. There's even a factory in Blackburn. Apparently the head honcho's just died, an old chap. See, that's not really a good safe exit, is it? Look at this. I don't know. I was looking then for reflections in shop windows. Yeah, there's a factory called Cobble with the yellows. Hey, Santa Claus. Hello, Santa. I wonder what he did on his season off. Yeah, a factory called Cobble, an engineering place. Imagine calling a factory Cobble, and the big bosses died. But I went for a job there and heard nothing. So stuff them. That's the most disheartening thing about being unemployed. When I was unemployed for them 7 months before I got the job I am now, where I worked so hard I'm exhausted. When you don't even give you the courtesy of reply. Emails are free, so you know, when you hear nothing, you keep thinking, hey, maybe I've got that job. But you're just hearing nothing from the ignorant sods. I once went back to a place in Darwin that didn't reply. I said, hello, it's a girl on reception. It wasn't her fault. I said I applied for a job a while back, a job going in the paper and online, so I applied for it. I've heard, well, you've been unlucky then. I said, no. If you get your personnel to send a few emails to say the vacancy's been filled, very sorry, but thank you for your interest. More polite, isn't it? I said, we're left wondering. I was going to take a stink bomb and step on it on the way, but I didn't. I still have 6 stink bombs which I was going to use for an attack on that place I used to work at years ago with that other ignorant boss. I once used one. I was telling a lad at work, he thought it was funny. When they first started with the bloody poll tax, the hated poll tax, and we still have it, don't we? They've just renamed it council tax. Medieval idea of extracting money from the already poor citizens of England and Wales and Scotland. There you are. changing lane without looking. So much for Ivy's. Is he teaching his daughter how to drive or something? Without L plates on. Silly sod. Probably busy yakking, it's husband and wife. What was I saying? Oh yeah, council tax. And I even had I was living at my mum's then, because I've been on the dole. I said, well, I'm allowed some kind of money off, don't have to pay full council tax, hundreds and hundreds of bloody pounds a year. So I wrote letters and said, I'm on the dole, you know. Eventually the bloody bailiffs come from a place in Accrington. Bailiffs knocking on my mum answered the door. She said, don't answer the door. You do not have to answer knocks to the door. It's a free bloody country. Just because some arsehole knocks on your door, you don't have to open it. Anyway, I told them to go away. I said, take it to the next step if you want. I'm not bothered. I said, I'm unemployed, so I'm not liable for this enormous bill you're trying to enforce. The council, I said, yeah, I know the council have sent you. But I said, try and understand what I am saying. Anyway, after an argument with the council, you must pay a token amount then. You actually owe us 40 something, or was it £140? And I think I borrowed it off my mum. And I went to pay it, and it was upstairs, an upstairs office up a staircase, and like a long glass office with a hatch at the end. I said, I've had the bailiff round. Is this the office? Bailiff? Yeah. I said, right, well, I hope this is going to avoid any of the necessity when coming round to me mum's out. And I said, no, I'm being made redundant, I'm unemployed. I said, it's not a crime, you know, unemployment isn't a crime. Not being convicted of molesting sheep or chickens or anything. And look down your nose if you say you're unemployed. I said, I've been made redundant, like millions of others in this bloody country. Anyway, so I paid it, and on the way at the top of the stairs, I trod on a stink bomb, and then when I got to the bottom of the staircase I trod on another. I didn't hang round to see the reaction though. It was just my little way of fighting back against the sods. Disgusting. I watched that thing on the telly, that can't pay, will take it away. And the attitude of them bastards is just so irritating. There's such gits basically rubbing their bloody hands at people's misery. We have a job to do this thing. We're here to evict this young woman and her kids because she hasn't paid the rent, but of course the council should be paying it. Something's been lost in communication. Therefore they turf them out. Go to the council, we'll give you a form to show the council which will make them find you emergency accommodation. I wanted to get a still of my new black engine, but it's looking a bit gratty in it. Yes, these giant adventure bikes, nowhere they'd fit in my yard. On the Facebook page it's shown a couple of people buying one of these this week. Congratulations to Fred Bloggs on his new bike. Like I said though, where do people get their money from? They're not on minimum wage like me, are they? I mean, these are about 15 grand, aren't they? Hello, where's the indicators? Are they built into the rear light? Should I ask before I go in? I'll go in. This counts as a mask, doesn't it? Yeah, I've always liked them. Kawasaki 800 twin. I'd cover that W up with a BSA badge though. Another one. Good shop this, isn't it, now that they've done all the rejigging and decorating. It's just crammed with dozens and dozens of lovely bikes. Royal Alloy scooters. Just a thing for a work commute. Scooters and bikes. I was joking when they were having a refit. I said, aren't you going to fit a lift for us old chaps? They were just stay around. Grip onto that. Hope we don't fall. You didn't fit a lift for us old lads. I was struggling there. One man lift. I'm going to ask, do you keep Honda oil filters in stock? That's all I've come for. Spin-on oil filters for Hondas. Alright. Yeah, I got one here last time, but of course it was before the rejig. It was service parts were there and they had a pile of them for about 10 quid, but I've not bought one. I was going to get one online, but because I've been working shifts, they won't be able to deliver it, so I thought I'll come here, try and get one and then do it tomorrow. So I've got some oil at home. Oh yeah, you've got oil here. Do you keep filters in stock or would you have to order them in? It's a Honda spin-on cartridge filter. It's a Hornet 900. I got a K&N last time with a nut on, but people say don't use them. I said, well, no, people make the mistake of tying them up with a nut and then wonder why it comes off. saw anything. I mean, last summer, what's them called? Some high filtro I got off the internet. But any'll do. It's yeah. Well, that's yeah. There was an American, and he was at traffic lights, and the big puddle of oil. God damn it! He said it's one of those with a nut on, but you don't tie them up with a nut. That's for getting them off. You just do it hand tight, don't you? Oh, good. I'll buy one then, please. Oh, excellent. Yeah, that's the one. I filled for. That's the one I got before. Yeah. How much is that? I'm still wheezing because of them stairs. I'm very unfit, plus I'm getting old. I was joking with that lad. I said, when you had your refit, a one-man lift like a telephone box, press a button for us old farts. And really, is that all? Oh, bloody hell, there's £10 on the internet. Right, thank you. Yeah, 204, that's the one. Right, thank you very much. Cheers, thank you. Right, thank you. £5, there you go. Yeah, them on eBay. $7.99, $8.99, $9.99. Somewhere over a tenner. But then they say free post, but it's not free. You pay for it one way or another. Catchy diver, beautiful, aren't they? Motorcycles, make it work like motorcycles. Clive. Hello, alright. Hiya, thank you very much, cheers. Oh, what a good shop. Yes, I'll put my weekend seat on, why not? Bit of comfort for my aching ass. And the other fibre. You must know I'm skint. Actually, the reason I've got cash in my wallet, I've just borrowed £100 off my Barclay card because I keep getting them interest-free deals, and I've got one from Lloyd's, and because that vet's bill, £625 bloody pound for my cat's operation, was on my Barclay card, which already had 500 on it. I've done a £1,000 balance transfer for 20 months. But of course, it makes you feel like spending, thinking you've got a windfall, but that's not the case at all, is it? You're still bloody skint and you're still money down. And because my bank balance is getting low and it's 2 weeks off payday, I've borrowed £100 cash off my Barclay card, which I just paid off. I thought, well, I don't want to go in the red, you see, because it affects your credit rating, doesn't it? If you're constantly in the red. I get bloody messages on my mobile phone from Lloyd's. You are very close to getting in the red. Make a payment or you'll be charged for your overdraft. And then you get the next one. You are now in the red. You are being charged. Let me just shut off. Everyone's skint these days. I was going to go to that accessory store in church, you know, that's A1, where I got the flashing LED from actually, but I don't need anything. If you don't need stuff, don't buy stuff, because I'll be tempted to get stuff off them. I thought about getting some cleaning materials, but even Carl Fogarty was doing a thing on Facebook this week talking about the wonders of Mr. Sheen. And I sent a message, I said, yeah Carl, £1 a tin, and yet they charge £10 for all them fancy bloody muck-off things, don't you? I said, yeah, you can't beat Mr. Sheen, not for watery jobs, you know, not for cleaning your bike, but polishing after. And I said they're good for getting grease off your wheel rims. Good spray of Mr. Sheen. And they shine tyres up. So yeah, 5 tins of Mr. Sheen for a £5. After you've swilled all the crap off your bike, squirt Mr. Sheen on and you're laughing, aren't you? Oh, is it closed? I'll shut it up. You know, I'd like to have a look at bicycles. There's a light on. No. Has it gone bust? So, is this the first weekend of freedom after the announcement, was it Monday, when he said, yes, you can go out. Non-essential shops are open again. That's the Jennings shop, is that still closed? Looks like it, no sign of bikes outside. Hello. New restrictions, outdoor only, rule of 6, 2 households. I've got a clue what all that means. Does it mean I can get served in a pub and glug lots of beer? Maybe it should say that. Go to a pub, glug, you are restricted to 8 pints of beer. Or 5 pints of lager. As for takeaways, you're allowed a pizza, but only one, and only cut into 4 slices and not 8. It's a bike, not a bus helmet. Thank you. I'll have a look at Yule's bike shop anyway while I'm out in the sunshine. I was going to relax in the backyard. It's a bit chilly still. I've done some gardening this morning. Those fuchsias, I did actually go to Aldi and managed to find them after a bit of a struggle. There was nothing outside on the shelves apart from the petunias. So I went in, asked a girl, are they not outside? I said, no, it says giant trailing fuchsias and there's about 4 varieties of... If they're not outside, it means they're being sold. I said, I'll show you. Look, the brochure's here, let's have a look. Giant fuchsias and they're in a sort of box. No, if they're not outside, they're being sold. And as I went outside, there was a girl with a baby. And she says, can I help you? I saw you looking. I said, yeah. That girl says they've sold out of these. No, they're inside on the corner there, right at the entrance, and they're all in stacks. A cardboard. But I said, oh, thanks very much. I said, you know more than girl that works there. I said, they paid more than me. They should know. I said, they should get a briefing off the supervisor, shouldn't they? Anyway, so I went in, and there they were. $3.99. So I've got 4 lots. That's 16. And I've planted me 2 trough planters, my chimney pots, and my 2 semicircular planters have all got these giant fuchsias in, although I'm worried in case the bloody night frost kills them all off. £16 down the drain. And I've nothing for the other 2 chimney pots yet. I might get some climbers, or I don't know yet. A bit weedy looking, them climbers. I once got some and it just withered and died despite being watered. I don't know why. Wisteria, honey, that's a common one. And there's some nice colours. I might have a look in Morrison's when I get home. You pick and choose, don't you? Look for all the healthy spruts. You know, there's a little withery thing at bottom. You need to pick a nice healthy plant that's well established in the pot. In fact, a lady on here, she left a comment. She said, "Ah, put them out in the sunshine when they're in the container. Make sure they're watered. Bring them in at night and don't plant them until you're guaranteed of no more frost." I said, "Yeah, that's a good idea." It's normally May, innit? Although, past years we've had bloody snowfall in May in this country's crap weather. Right, is this that junction at Blackburn? I'm always get a bit confused with this road layout. Yeah, it is. Straight ahead and then we're nearly at Yule's. Is turning where I'm going. So I've got enough oil. I was going to ask about an air filter, but I don't normally change them because I've done very few miles, haven't I, over the past 12 months. What did I get last time? I didn't get one of those expensive wire ones, did I? Can't remember now. Bloody hell, what a queue. Oh yeah, Bibers, that's something else. I've got hair like Rod Hull, so I need a good haircut. I need my haircut badly. As a joke there, I said to someone at work, I said, Roddy, I had a haircut badly. There you are, what's that? Tanny's. I think Tanny's Bibers. Open. Double yellow lines, marvellous. He's turning. Indicators would help Albert, wouldn't they? Nothing behind. Yeah, so very sorry, but I'm getting older. I'm getting more and more weary. So a lot of my Sundays, rather than biking, will be spent resting in the backyard, depending on my shift. Yeah, you're in a bad spot there, maybe, aren't you? I know I shouldn't really do that, but nothing behind, like I said. Is it running any smoother? I just filled up last night because I think I put too much Red X in last time. You know when you've got so much left in the bottle and you think, oh sod it, I'll dump it all in. And then I had a bit of trouble starting my bike. And I thought, oh dear. But as someone said, maybe Red X isn't a good idea. I forgot what he said now, something about it. Can cause your valves not to seat correctly. Really know. Sorry, I'm going to go behind you. I was thinking of inquiring, it stated about gloves. I was going to get some more mail order. It's a size thing gone. But when I went on JTS's website, they only do 4XL. And I thought, well, these must be 4XL. The labels have long since perished, so I can't check. But getting mail order stuff's always a bit dodgy. However, the price of gloves at shops, bloody hell, a lot more than £50. I do have a cupboard at home with lots of damaged gloves in, and I could stitch them up as I'm on a budget. Get my needle and thread out. Make do and mend. Well, now I've got my filter. I don't really need to go in. I thought there'd be loads of bikes outside, but obviously things aren't really back to normal. BMW 600 scooter. I was only fantasising the other week about a fresh bike. I know I'd have to buy one. Well, I think that's what I was making a point at. If that ever went tits up and needed a major engine rebuild or something, then I'd have to go shopping for another bike, like when my Aprilia 650 went tits up. I went to Dixon's where I'd just been, and he had a cheap Honda CB 500. I said, well, as long as it goes, I'll have it. That was 1,350 quid. Borrowed on my bloody credit cards. But as long as that runs, I don't need to buy an emergency bike. I'll have to get one on my credit card if it ever did go pear-shaped, you know. But as for doing what other people have done, I mean, Woody sold his other two bikes, hadn't he? Plus he had a windfall via his wife to buy that Africa Twin. Yeah, that's the key to having a nice bike. Have a rich wife. That's another point as well. These are second-hand bikes, what he normally parks on this forecourt. How many shops these days do have a big selection of second-hand bikes? That shop I used to go to in Preston, Fastline Superbikes, when they had their old big premises, which was as big as this. They had 5 or 6 rows, each with about 25 bikes, you know, all second-hand. Lots of imports from Japan and America. Unusual models, and I bought 5 bikes off them over the years. That's when I had a bit of money from those shares I was selling. But what did he say at Fleetwood when I saw that second-hand Triumph there? Not many dealers bother with second-hand bikes because there's no money to be made, is there? I said, I don't know, is that the case? I said, Fastline did okay, although they've moved to a smaller shop now. I used to go over to America and Japan, fill a shipping container up or two, bring them all back, tight them up, and if any were accident damage, you make good bikes out of all the bits. When I got my X4 Cruiser, some of the parts were from different models. And I mentioned it to John Ashcroft, that little chap who's died now. Well, you're not complaining, are you? You like your bike? I said, yeah, but I said, the tank is from 1 year. I said, the risers are the higher ones, not the lower ones. That's from another year. I said, I've been looking online. I've actually joined a German owners club. Well, just enjoy your bike. I said, oh, I do. Oh, I do. I do. They are brand new. I checked my lottery this morning. I've won bugger all. 50 million up for grabs. I've not won a sausage. I do. It's the right colour. Tracer, which one is it? 700? Oh yeah, 700, yeah. A mate's got the 900, I've always liked Tracers.
Yeah, funny enough, I went off on just the 07.
Yeah.
And I read about these and the 2000 rifle. So I took that, I went to test drive, went back, and said, the seat's not quite right, the position's not right.
Oh yeah. Oh. It fits better, yeah.
Yeah, it's I did concentrate
Has a 900 got the option of this front end? Because my mate's one's naked, I think, if I remember. I say mate, he lives 100 mile away. Is there a naked version plus this? Yeah. Oh yeah, they seem to change the design every year, but they have the same name, don't they? That's the trouble. I've lost track actually. When I see bikes these days, I don't recognise what they are, because all my bikes have been old. I mean, that's 2004, so I've lost track of what the new models are even like. But they are. There's some lovely designs these days. There always seems to be a lot more pipe work. I thought, where were all these pipes years ago? Like, what's them pipes coming out there?
Yeah, that's there for your brakes, ABS, probably ABS.
Oh, right, yeah.
Got ABS on it and that.
Yeah.
A lot of them are standard, but I'm used to like old school bikes.
It's like electronics, isn't it? Because that went pear-shaped once, and it turned out it was plug for fuel injection. I said, bloody hell. And a speed sensor went. I thought, where's kit? Oh, there's no cable, and there was a speed sensor under the bloody airbox, what you make an all-in airbox to fit a new one. So, anything electronic, once it goes wrong, you're struggling, aren't you? You're facing a big bill. Oh, I had the Pegasus 650, that was a bloody nightmare. Remember a Aprilia Pegasus, like an adventure style? Oh yeah. What happens? Electronics? Yeah.
I left the off-road for about 18 months or so. I got it back on and it was just little niggles.
Yeah.
And maybe me, a strong frame of mind with what was going on. But I knew if I got rid of it, that didn't get another bike, I knew I wouldn't get another bike. So I had a look round and I read about these and that. And I had one a BMW.
Oh yeah.
900. And that were alright. But BMW just keeps wanting us to PCP, you know. Then I went to Charlie Yam and I had a test ride. I knew lads there.
Oh yeah, Charlie.
And, you had the choices out.
Oh good.
I had to buy EC brakes, sensor stand, because we didn't have a sensor stand.
Yeah, summer tells never. A mate gave me that centre stand. I said, do you think they'd be standing? But that's how they make the money, by selling you old spare parts. Bloody hell.
But I've already done like 2,500 with what's gone what I want.
Yeah, I like them little deflectors. Mine were off eBay, $6.99 from China, but they're a bit more stylish.
Yeah. So I thought
Yeah, I'm glad everything's back to normal. I've just got an oil filter from Dixon's in Accrington. Have you been to Dixon's? KD, KTM dealer in Kawasaki. He's just done his shop up, but I was joking with him because I'm 57. I was puffing and panting on 2 stairs. I said, I've not fitted a lift with all your rejigging because I spent hundreds of thousands to do it like these did a few years ago doing the shop up. I said, no lift, it could be like a telephone box. You go in, press a button. I said, I'm knackered.
yeah, the 900, it only because I thought, for what I'll probably do, the 7 will do what I want.
Yeah, well, I use that for work. That's why it was a nightmare with that Aprilia.
Yeah.
So when it finally went pear-shaped for about 5th time, it was starter motor that failed at end. Sprag clutch. He said, oh, the stress of starting it up has broken your sprag clutch. I said, oh, I'm going to get... So I went to Dixon's and I got the cheapest bike they had, a little Honda CB500,
Right.
just to go to work on.
Yeah.
I'd never have an Aprilia again. Although someone said, no, they were a foreigner on YouTube. No, there's nothing wrong with them. The Pegasus was crap, yes, and you got the crap bike, but other Aprilias are wonderful.
Yeah. I must admit that I had this Futura. It was like a BFR Honda. Or BFR,
Ah.
beautiful bike. But I just had 1 or 2 niggles and anyhow I thought, no. And a bit heavy, so this is a bit lighter, a bit more new.
Yeah, well, I was just saying, was it brand new when you got it, or second hand?
Oh, brand new. Traded me Aprilia in. And at the time, I'd like no tech going.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, might as well take use of it.
Yeah.
I hummed it off for a couple of weeks in which case the price went up.
Alright.
But end of the day, it is what it is. But yeah, it's a free goal. I think Kawasaki have that.
Yeah, 'cause I was just discussing what I could do. If that ever went, something drastic happened, like an engine failure, I'd have to come here with either a loan or sort of finance deal out, get a good second-hand bike. But I said very few dealers these days have got dozens of second-hand bikes. They all seem to be brand new. And I went to Raceways in Fleetwood, where that's from, and he said, no, you find that dealers tend to get new bikes. He said there's no money to be made in second-hand bikes. I said, what? I said, years ago, Fastline in Preston and I've 100 odd second-hand bikes in 6 rows. Well, no, it's all changed now. There's not money to be made. I said, oh dear.
Well, that's what BMW said to me, said with a PCP, to get the money of the bike.
Yeah.
You pay so much a month, and then at the end of it, say 3-4 years, you then have the choice to say, right, I'll give you 8 grand for the bike, so then you finance that.
Yeah, yeah. That's it, they're just so expensive. I said, I got that for 3 grand with 8,000 mile on. If that were in there, a 900 with 8,000 mile on, that would be, what, 6 grand, 7 grand. I mean, what are they brand new? About 10 or 9 or 10?
No, they're about, I think about 7.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I think 900's about 10.
The new one,
Yeah.
we've got one for about 5.5, and that's about 2019, the new bike, but they're 950 quid.
Alright.
Of Yamaha.
Yeah.
I just more so to look at that side.
Oh, are we going to do a test ride?
No. I just thought I'll go for a whiz out, I'll be back, I'll be out for a couple of weeks.
Discuss the test ride with him, because I had a test ride on his Speed Twin last summer. It were alright. And a Triumph Bonneville a few months before.
I've read the text on them. I haven't seen stuff in years if I bought a couple of bikes off.
Oh, yeah. That's a triple though, isn't it? Not a twin.
Yeah.
When I had to go on them twins, someone said, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Power's lowered down. I said, well, last twin I had with my CB500, which rev like hell.
These are the 900 Truxton.
Wow.
But when we bought in one time, that was nice.
Truxton, yeah. Oh, yeah, very nicely styled, yeah. Yeah, ask him about a test ride. All I had to do, he said it's £15 to cover special insurance. I said, yeah, that's fair enough. And I went out for 3 hours on that Speed Twin, you know, a nice day out. Well, I'll wait till this goes pear-shaped. That's what I normally do. It's done 51,000 miles, so it's getting a bit iffy, I think. Well, I say iffy. I shouldn't tempt fate, should I? See you again. It's always nice to chat, isn't it, to pleasant people. I wonder what they were on about then. It's a PCP. That's that monthly thingy. Bloody hell, I couldn't handle. Then again, it's just like finance, isn't it? Monthly payments, and then you some offer at the end of the fixed term where you either buy it or they buy it back. Bloody hell, I've got enough money to fork out, paying bills. What's going on here? I keep mentioning this bad junction. See, I could have opened the throttle then and got past that taxi, but oh. No, I'm not going to risk it. I'm in no rush. Go on, put kettle on. See about wisteria. Probably get a camera flash down to fine me for going in a bus lane. Apparently lots of people have been fined with going in bus lanes in Blackburn. Miserable sods, aren't they? Any excuse to just grasp money off folk. He would make millions out of fining folk. Why not sell donuts from the front of your house? I do 3.10 in middle of road. See, that's a bar in the old bank. It's open. It says restaurants and bars. It's just a chip shop that smells of chip fat. Indicate last minute, Albert. Well, you do sell wooden mops there. I've just used an old mop handle to stabilise my rose arch. So only if you sell new mops. Yes, we'll monitor the growth of them so-called giant fuchsias over the next few months. Oh, puppy. Alright, baby. That's a mouse catcher, Bobby. That's my tea. Don't put any fluff on top, will you? If I can get the cats away, I can have me brewing in. Enjoy a nice relaxing sit not in the sunshine. Not summertime yet, is it, muggies? Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Well, just had a pizza. Excuse me. And I'm going to have a couple of bottles of Budweiser. I got that midweek. I saw it, and rather than QC, which was the same price, I thought, oh, Mead, I'll try that. And it's not very good. I saw some being made on Holy Island in Northumbria on a school trip when I was 14. And there were a lot of samples on the table, but we weren't allowed to sample it. But I don't think that's the proper stuff. 13%. It just tastes like honey. I thought about getting a little bottle of whiskey and mixing it, but I'll mix it with a Budweiser when it's halfway down, and if it's still crap, I'll pour it away. I also got a little pack of Panatellas, like I said, we're borrowing that £100 off my credit card. I felt a little bit flush, so I thought I'll treat myself. Why not after an exhausting week at work? Hey Bobby. Oh, it's Blackie. Hey Blackie. You don't like Budweiser. And I've got some purple wisteria to plant. I'll plant them tomorrow in these 2 chimney pots. I'm going to like this. Blackie will get stinged. Come on, boy. Your tail will get singed if you stay there, dopey. Yeah, I don't smoke, but I find this relaxing. Oh, you would, wouldn't you? Sat in the sunshine. And I'm afraid, like I said, I'm going to be doing this a lot in the summer. Too tired to risk long bike rides. Very sorry and all that. But I'm getting old and tired. If I had an easy job in a shop, imagine working in an antique shop. I'm like my mate Kevin in the record shop. It was his birthday, so I sent him 2 of those Sergeant Pepper key rings as a little present, and he was a cock-a-hoop. Right, bye for now. Right, baby. Yeah, I thought I'd get Ginger on film as he's loitering about. Ginger, Ginger. He doesn't come when he's called to. Ginger, Ginger. You're ignorant, aren't you? Come here, Ginger. Putting his head down drain pipe. Yeah, I'm afraid that Mead isn't anything like the stuff I saw on Lindy's farm. It was Lindy's farm, wasn't it? But it's all right, Lady Eleanor. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There's about 4 inches left in the bottle, because it's horrible. I poured it in there. It's frothing up now. And the bit I mixed with the Budweiser tasted horrible as well. I'm not going to bother with that second. I got 3 bottles for a £5 from Morrison's, but I'll save the rest till tomorrow, when I think I'll be doing the oil and filter change. Unless I head somewhere first. You do a honey beer, it's called Waggle Dance, but I'm afraid that was more like Nat's Bits. Maybe after a good night's sleep I'll feel more energetic. Like I said, excuse me, it's been a hard week at work.